This is the lesson, the sine ratio, cosecant ratio, and inverse sine. By now, using right triangles, we have explored the relationship given a reference angle between the length of the side that's opposite to the length of the side that is adjacent, and we call that our tangent ratio. In this particular lesson, given a reference angle again, we're going to explore the relationship between the length of the side opposite and the hypotenuse in a right triangle, and this is going to be known as our sine ratio. So in this particular video, we're going to be covering both the sine ratio and the cosecant ratio. Let's take a look. So when we take a look at being able to understand and find our sine given a particular reference angle, we know that it's going to be the ratio to the length of the side that is opposite to the length of the hypotenuse. So in our example here below, we're going to consider reference angle A. So we're wanting to find the sine of reference angle A. So to do that, I know that the sine says I'm looking for the length of the side that's opposite angle A. So when I look for the length of that side, it's going to be side BC. I am then looking for the length of my hypotenuse. And so the length of my hypotenuse is going to be the side directly across from the right angle. And so in that case, that's going to be side BA. And so that's how we find our sine for a particular angle, given a reference angle. Let's take a look at being able to find our cosecant. So given the same right triangle, triangle ABC, we're wanting to find our cosecant. And so we know that our cosecant is going to be the ratio of the length of the hypotenuse to the side that is opposite the angle. And so that's essentially our cosecant ratio. And so given our reference angle A again, and we'll slide this up a little bit so you can see. Given reference angle A again, looking for my cosecant, I'm now looking for the length of the hypotenuse. So in this case, again, directly across from that right angle is going to be side BA. We'll call it BA. All right. And then we're now looking for the side that's directly across from the reference angle, and that's going to be side BC. And so in this case, we have BC. All right. So now, what do you notice? I noticed that my sine, I was looking for the opposite over the hypotenuse. The cosecant, I'm looking for the hypotenuse over the opposite. So if you notice, the sine and the cosecant are essentially flips of one another or reciprocals, okay? So let's take a look. Let's put some numbers to this. So let's take a look at our first example here. We're looking for the sine of C, okay? So the sine of C, reference angle C, is going to be the side opposite, which is 25, over my hypotenuse, which in this case is 35. It keeps disappearing, but you got it. Okay. Try that one more time. There we go. All right, so when I simplify 25 35ths, I get 5/7. And so that's going to be the sine of C. Let's take a look at being able to find our cosecant of A. So to find the cosecant of reference angle A, remember cosecant is essentially the flip of our sine. So in this case, the cosecant of A is going to be our hypotenuse, which is 12, over our opposite, which is 8. And so when I simplify that, I get 3/2. Okay. All right, and that is essentially how you find the sine and the cosecant given a particular reference angle.